Before this video starts, I just want to give a quick heads up that at the moment I am sick. And before there's comments made, no, it's not because of COVID. I just simply caught, a tiny bug. Well, actually my parents and I all did, but anyway, we've for the past few days my entire body's been aching. The first 2 days were the worst because, I woke up with vertigo and, puked like 4 times. It was not fun. But, the pain slightly subsided. I still have some slight backaches. But I feel well enough to actually sit in a chair and record this. So I'm taking the opportunity. Anyway, with that out of the way, uh, hope the video is to your liking. Anyway, let's begin. Hi everyone, my name is Jay Productions, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, we are going to be going over the top 5 best launchers in Call of Duty Zombies. Now by a launcher, it's like either your standard bazooka or grenade launcher. Now, before I move on, I guess I will be saying that I'm not going to be including score streaks like the War Machine in Cold War, mainly because yeah, that's a technical grenade launcher, but it's a score streak. You can't exactly pack a punch it. Even then, I can't even record Cold War because my game will lag. So, as opposed to the War Machine in Black Ops 2, yes, it was a score streak in multiplayer, but they made it an actual weapon you could use in zombies. So, potatoes, but that's like an actual, like weapon. Sorry, my brain's getting off track. Anyway, I think there's like 9 maybe. I think there's like 9 launchers in zombies like total. So I had to choose, the best out of them, which honestly I have my favorites and my least favorites, so we're good to go. So I am rambling on. The intro shouldn't be this long. Anyway, let's get into it. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the XM53 from Black Ops 3. Now, if I'm being honest, I really don't have a lot to say about this thing. I mean, I believe it is the second highest damaging launcher in zombies from the knowledge I have. And from what I've heard from people, it's like the best thing to use against the Keeper boss. Excuse me, in the Horizon Track boss fight. But even then, I'd rather use, my bow or a dingo with double tap. And also, this thing is a double barrel launcher when it's upgraded. What? Now, I'm not saying this thing is bad because as much as I don't like Black Ops 3, I have to, admit it, this gun is good. But it's, it's just lacking. Like, I feel like they could have done more with this launcher. Like, in my opinion, what they should have done, instead of having, like, a double barrel, because that makes literal no sense. But instead of doing that, they could have had just, like, one, like, giant clip, and you could just fire, like, a semi-auto weapon. Kind of like the Cordites operator mod in BO4, the belt feed, which just gave you a crazy amount of ammo. And when you ran out of that, then that was it. You were just out of ammo. I didn't run just because I didn't like it. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about this thing. Not much. It's a good launcher. I'm not calling it bad because it's not. It comes in at number 5. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the first ever launcher into zombies. It is the original. It is the thing that, like, a lot of the time it would get you downed. It is the beloved Panzerschreck. This thing, dude. When I first got Der Riese when I was like 12. Okay, so like 3 years after World at War was finished. That was around the time that I felt like at Black Ops 2. That's when sorry, my brain is at the end of Black Ops 2. Sorry, that's when I like felt up to asking my parents for DLCs because I was just simply too scared to ask them. And eventually I did, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sure." And I was super happy because I finally got access to all these DLC maps, and I was like super duper happy. Like I was really excited. And then I realized that I had never played World of War with the Pack-a-Punch machine, so I never got to experience all these World of War weapons. So I asked my parents, and they said yes. And I told my friend at the time to get it, and we played it, and we had an amazing time. Like it was great. And when I got this thing from the box, I was like, wait a minute. I used this thing on Nocturne, and then I realized it had like way more ammo, and I'm like, oh, this thing has like a lot more ammo. Holy crap. Maybe it'll be better. And it was overpowered, I'll give it that. But basically this is the time when like PhD Flopper didn't exist, and it was like a player's dream to just not take explosive damage, which they later did in Black Ops 1. And oh my gosh. This thing is just so classic. I love it. It's powerful. It takes out hordes. It gets the job done. But, I'm pretty sure if you have Juggernog and you shoot yourself, well, let's say you shoot a zombie and you get hit. I think at that point, if the zombie hits you, he will either one or two hit down you at that point. So you got to be careful. The Panzer Shrek is just like, just talking about this thing makes me feel old because World at War was so long ago. Anyway, that's it for the Panzer Shrek. I love this gun. Moving on. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the Black Ops 2 War Machine. Okay, I get it. The War Machine is a piece of crap. It's literally a pile of garbage. And people are probably wondering, Jay, why did you put this on the list? Well, I didn't put it on here for the gun itself because we all know it's the biggest piece of crap compared to the SMR. I put it on here for its Pack-a-Punch, the Dystopic Demolisher. Now, basically, Pack-a-Punched is how the War Machine should have been unpack-a-punched. Okay, the War Machine unpack-a-punched, it doesn't fire impact grenades, it just shoots regular, like, hand grenades. So you just have, like 6 grenades lying around, and if you don't, keep pay attention to where you shot them, you could potentially down yourself over and over and over with this thing. But if you do know where you know, where you shot them, then you're good. But again, no. But the Dystopic Demolisher is actually pretty decent. I mean, it doesn't one-shot zombies or anything, but, well, it does for early rounds, but, it does the job. A full clip and a horde is gone. I know that doesn't seem like that fair of a trade, but honestly, run this thing on Buried with Vulture, and you can keep your ammo up pretty well actually. The War Machine is a Black Ops 2 weapon, so I can't be too mad at it. The Civic Demolisher is decent. That's enough of that. Moving on. Coming in at the number 2 spot, this is my favorite launcher in Black Ops 2, and I love talking about it. It's the RPG. Pack-a-Punched, this thing is honestly kind of broken. So the RPG, we've all seen it. It's your standalone like rocket launcher. And the only 2 launchers we had in Black Ops 1 were the M72 Law and the China Lake. The RPG 7, not the BO2 RPG, but the RPG 7 was in Black Ops, but it it never made it into zombies, sadly. But the RPG in BO2, when you Pack-a-Punch it, it becomes the rocket propelled Grievance. And this thing gets 8 in the chamber, which a missile launcher, I have no idea how that works. But you know what? I don't care. It's a fun weapon. And the thing people don't know about this thing is it is fully automatic. You hold down the trigger, 8 missiles will shoot out at a rapid pace, and it is so much fun. So basically, you go shot, 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 like 8 of them. A horde is gone, you reload, and there you go. And again, if you run this on Buried with Vulture Raid, you can just keep your ammo back up. The RPG is honestly one of the most fun weapons to use in all of Zombies. I love this thing. And best of all, it's a Black Ops 2 gun. Best Call of Duty ever. Now, I remember, I've actually taken Brutus out and Mob of the Dead using this thing. Like, what I did was first, I wanted to take him out with a non-pack-a-punch, so I did. And then I got it pack-a-punched, I held down the trigger, and he still died, and it was hilarious. But, oh my gosh. RPG, you're an amazing weapon. You deserve the number 2 spot. We love you, man. You will always go down in history as the most funnest launcher. And coming in at the number 1 spot, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Black Ops 4 weapon. And frankly, I don't know why this thing doesn't get more praise. It's super powerful. It's amazing. But because it's a BO4 weapon, everybody immediately looks past it. The Hellion Salvo. You ever heard of this thing? Oh, it's a BO4 guns that you haven't. Well, let me educate you. Hellion Salvo was the only launcher ever in the game. They did not once bring another launcher. Again, like War Machine on a character, I'm pretty sure, but again, that doesn't count because it's like, well, it's not a score streak, but the BO4 multiplayer characters had like abilities. Now is one of the characters' abilities. But no, the Hellion Salvo was the only launcher in the entire game, basically. And in Zombies, you can get 4 attachments. You can get a sight that locks in faster, a blast radius, which increases the power, more missiles, and I think something else. I believe. I don't remember. If I can find a screenshot, I'll throw it up on screen, or I might just go into the game and screenshot it myself, either or. But this thing is honestly, it's just broken. You want to win a boss fight, use this thing. You wanna kill all the zombies in a round super fast, use this thing. You want to just have a fun time, use this thing. But a heads up, you might want to run PhD Slider just so you don't, damage yourself. Because this thing, with its radius, when you upgrade it, I'm pretty sure, unless you shoot to like the edge of the map, you're gonna hit yourself every single time. But it's whatever. On 9, this thing literally one-shots the gladiators. The entire game, it one-shots the gladiators. Any normal zombie or the gladiators, I don't know if it's the same on Brutus. I haven't tested it. But this thing on every normal zombie, it is a guaranteed one-shot kill the entire game. This thing is just so stupidly broken. I love it. And you want to know what the best part was? For Treyarch actually didn't play the BS card and they left it alone. They didn't nerf it. Like they did every single gun in Cold War. Isn't that crazy? But dude, literally on Dead of the Night, I will run this thing. Because training in the what is it called? The foyer? Is that how they say it? The foyer of Alistair's mansion. I will use this thing just to get zombies out the way. And I also run the Wonder Pistol as well, just because it helps out. But dude, this bazooka makes every game a breeze. Like literally, you want to get to around 50, just level this thing up and use it. It's so good. Honestly, I could keep rambling on and on about this thing. But again, that's all I'd be doing is rambling, so I probably shouldn't. But yeah, Hellion Salvo. Best launcher in Zombies, does the most damage, comes in number 1. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed watching. And, before I end this, honestly, if you play Zombies, then honestly comment down below your own top 5. Like what are your top 5 launchers from least best to favorite? Honestly, I'm interested in knowing, and I'll probably be reading the comments, and I'll be liking any ones that I see. Just please keep them positive. We don't want negativity here. We're here to have fun. Negativity just makes things worse. So let's try to all stay happy. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. I've been Jay Productions, and I will see you next time.